We've seen this happen time and time again in the entertainment industry. Activists get a hold of an IP, they get a hold of a story or characters or something that people care about that has a built-in fan base. And instead of doing the right thing and honoring the source material, sticking to the lore, they decide they want to do their own thing. They want to fit their agenda. They insert identity politics at every single turn, and it pushes the fan base away. And then what happens when that thing flops, when that thing fails? Well, then you have people turning around and pointing the finger at the fans and saying, if you don't like how we destroyed the thing you love, well, you're just a racist, you're just a misogynist, you're just a bigot. And now we're seeing the same exact thing when it comes to The Witcher Blood Origin. The Witcher Blood Origin hits new low for Netflix as negative reviews pile on. And of course, as we've talked about multiple times, it's not just the critics that don't like this, the audience despises this thing. It's up to 10%. It was down, I think, as low as 7 or 8% at one point in time. You're starting to see some weird 5-star random reviews just pop in. It's weird how that works, isn't it? But really, we've seen it play out. The fans don't like it. So what does the media do? They say, oh, it's getting review bombed. Well, now they've gone the extra step, at least when it comes to the gamer. The Witcher Blood Origin has an audience score of only 8%, but many of these reviews perpetuate racist, sexist, and ableist talking points. Yes, we knew this was coming. It was predictable. Everyone can tell because this is the same thing that's happened time and time again. When woke activists, whether we're talking about Star Wars, whether we're talking about Lord of the Rings, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing we've seen time and time again, and the media has the same standard playbook. If people don't like something that we think they should like, it must be because they're racist, and rightfully so. They're getting completely and totally destroyed. This has 169 likes, it has more quote tweets than that, and it has almost 1,000 comments. Because when they take this stupid and ludicrous, they deserve to be absolutely roasted. The Witcher Blood Origin breaks record for Netflix's worst audience score. The Witcher has an audience score of only 8%, but many of these reviews perpetuate racist, sexist, and ableist talking points. The Witcher Blood Origin seeks to explore the beginnings of Andrzej Sapkowski's world, unpacking the conjunction of spears where the worlds merge, bringing monsters to man, the very first Witcher, and the pre-collapsed elven civilization. And they admittedly made a bunch of this lore up. Like, there's lore that exists, but they decided they were going to make up their own thing. They were going to change the lore of The Witcher that so many people love. Yeah, it's a massive problem that people had. And it's clear that identity politics is at the forefront of their minds when they did this. That's the entire reason. Everything they said you should care about for this show, it had to do with an agenda. Nothing to do with great storytelling, nothing to do with honoring the lore, and all about agenda. However, this deep dive into The Witcher's past has become Netflix's lowest score to date, sitting at only 8%. For comparison, Netflix's first season and last season of the Resident Evil series had an audience score of 22% before it got canceled, and Hype House clawed to a score 4% higher than Blood Origin. Critics aren't too fond of The Witcher prequel either, as it sits at 38% from the reviews. Weird. The critics don't like it. Is it because they're misogynist or sexist or ableist or bigoted? Or no, you're not going to say that about the critics? Weird how that works. As reported by Forbes, this is something of a double-edged sword for Netflix. As The Witcher Blood Origin, it's the #1 show right now, dominating the holiday season after its smash hit Wednesday. Actually, that's not right. It was the #1 show for like a day. For like one day, the day that it came out, it was the #1 show. And then already it's fallen behind a couple things that have been out for quite some time now. So no, you can see right here, here's the rankings. The Witcher is down there at #3, even though it has all this money behind it, even though it should be up there because it came out on Christmas. Some people watched it and now it's falling off. Very, very predictable. But yeah, please just ignore that when you write this garbage hit piece article. However, digging into many of the reviews, a comment thread pops up. Anger at diversity and the woke agenda. Meaning that many of these reviews, so because people are upset at the woke agenda, that means these reviews come from racist, sexist, and ableist standpoints. That's how these freaks in the media, these pieces of shit at outlets like The Gamer, that's how they operate. And it's all based off this one singular tweet. One look at Twitter, and several of these same sentiments can be found. And here is the tweet. Let's go to this person, shall we? Carmilla. I read 31-star reviews and skimmed more. This screen is one of them. They're mostly copy-paste of the same. So basically, racists and misogynists didn't like it. More reasons to watch it. Was it perfect? No. Was it fun? Fuck yeah! And here's the part she highlighted. To make things worse, some random and superfluous corporate diversity department appears to have set quotas for characters to ensure the cast is politically correct, following the pathetic woke trend to make sure the characters are bland hodgepodge of identityless nothing, which nobody can be offended by. And so, thanks to rainbow glittering diversity, the medieval Polish forest are populated by Botox black elves, metrosexuals, and there has to be the obligatory strong woman who, despite women being biologically, physically inferior to men, are of course mighty warriors and whack people around. Now, this is actually a legitimate criticism of this series. Now, you might not think that because you love the fact that all these IPs are getting completely torn apart and they're using identity politics as an excuse for it, but it's a reality. All these characters, all these diverse characters they put in are basically just bland stereotypes. Ooh, the strong black female who's the key to everything. Oh, you see that big, dumb white guy who has to constantly be told what to do by all of the women around here? And yes, of course, the lore of The Witcher is being completely and totally perverted to make this series so they can say, look how woke we are. Now we, the writer's room, feel represented. And I'm sure when she went to those 31-star reviews, I mean, she saw things like this. This is a disgrace to Sapkowski's Witcher universe. Stick to the source material. Is that racist? Is that misogynistic to say, hey, stick to what came before? If you want people that are fans of this to be fans of that, well, you better stick to the source material. I can't think of anything that could be worse in the show. It's badly written, the plot is full of holes, the visuals are awful, and even the performance of Michelle Yeoh is not up to her standard. Is that racist? Is that misogynistic? I don't think so. Here's a great one. This seems totally legit. Great limited series, good adventure. Yeah, that sounds like a normal, regular, everyday person. Those who made this mess should hide in the depths of the earth and never see the light of the sun again. Only by disappearing would they obtain peace in the face of this attack against everything that is good in this world. Is it racist? Is that what you're telling me? That's a racist comment? Here's a 5-star review. Loved it. The only thing I didn't like is how short it is I watched the whole thing in an evening. Lots going on with the story with twists and betrayals. Couldn't care less if it's not the same as the book or games. So this person is admitting that it's completely different, that they completely bastardized the lore, but they love it, so they gave it a 5-star. Like, where are all these racist comments you're talking about? Wow, this is horrible. Is there a competition to see who can make the worst TV of the year? I think wiping your eyes with freshly cut lemon can bring you into a deeper emotional state than this piece of show. The writers of Witcher, Rings of Power, and S.H.I.E.L.D. are really showing the world no matter how untalented you are, you can still pretend to be a writer. Just like a little kid pretending to be a lawyer. But in the end, the kid will grow up from all the stupidity. Like, here's just some of the first examples that we can come to. Everyone's claiming that this is just racists that are doing this because this is the standard. The woke losers that want to love this series because it's everything that represents them, they can't handle the fact that in reality, people despise this. That this is Netflix's lowest rated original series of all time. The backlash is going to continue. It's only a matter of time until people at Netflix or people that work for The Witcher, like the cast and crew members, they come out and they say something about, we have been attacked and this is not okay. We stand with everyone, because we've seen this play out time and time again. That's what they do to try to protect these garbage shows, the garbage productions that continue to come out from the woke entertainment industry. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.